Now we're going to listen to it again, but with the normal sounds out of my keyboard played on the loop pedal. Now, these are the sounds of the Roland Juno stage. And they're just played directly on the loop pedal. All loop pedal right there. Right out of that guy right there. Now they pretty much sound the same, but the deal is, right down there, computer chip, and right there, keyboard. So I'm gonna show you how to play a quick loop off of this guy and how you burn music, and it's a slow going process, but it's fun, and it's very much going back in time. So, ooh, switcheroo. Let's go back to the Roland MT 120 now. First off, you want to make a rhythm with it, okay? There's a lot of cool drum sounds in this guy, and it's going to be slow going, but I'm going to do a quick version of how you mix a quick loop off of this guy. So we're going to hit, let's see, at the top, new song. You want to go to new song, and you're going to hit sound, and sound will bring you to all these different part numbers. So this is part number 1. Let's see if I can't match just this. Ooh, it's a bit much. Okay. I'm just going to have with that. All right. There we go. Part 1. We are going to scroll down to part 10. For some reason, rhythm is done on part 10. So you're going to have a whole bunch of different drum parts to choose from if you want to choose a drum beat. So standard. And by the way, you have to play the keyboard in order to make your drums, dude. Hold on. Let's see if I can't close up on my keyboard. Now, again, you can do it that way. Could probably be really fun, but let's say you're playing a 5-minute song and you have to do drums doing this on your keyboard. Maybe not so fun. So I've noticed that the drum machine inside my Roland keyboard will play the drums on this guy. So I will just find a beat on my Roland keyboard and I will play that. And I could play any of these drum sounds that are in this guy. So this is hitting standard. This is a standard drum set. So let's say I want that nice standard beat for a drum machine, or you could hit another one. Oh, there we go. There's a room drum set. Not bad. Power drums. My favorite 80s electronic drums. It's that nice dry electronic drum sound. Ooh, that's volume. Let's see. The classic TR-800 and a jazz drum beat or drum set. And of course, classic brush, classic orchestra drums. You can hear timpani in there. Aha! And sound effects, which honestly, if I was at some 90s rave, this might have been pretty awesome. Keep in mind, this is more or less 80s technology that was being used in 1993. Let's go with the standard. I like that. Yeah, let's just pick some 80s drums. You're going to hit record. Hold on. Write that in. We're going to hit record, and this is the part that we want to record on, so you're going to hit R. And let's just record it for like, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 measures, okay? Because we're gonna create a loop with this guy. There we go. 6, let's do 8 measures just in case. I gotta figure out some weird chord progression to play on top of it. All right. So I could hit playback and it will play anything recorded on track number R for rhythm, okay? There we go. And you could always go back and change the drums however you want it. Let's go to sound. See how it says electronic? I can change it to power. Could change it to, maybe I'll just keep it to that. I like that. That's pretty 80s. Yeah, we're gonna write that. Okay. So next, we're gonna go to track number 1 and we're gonna just play a really simple chord progression to lay on top of that. And then I will show you how I cheat when I make bass lines on this guy. So I'm gonna go to sound. We're going to go to part number 1, which is usually dedicated to piano sounds. This is piano number 1. It's a little bit more volume. Okay, again, I am not going through all of these sounds, but you could see piano number 1. Piano number 1. And you can go to piano number 2, 3, honky tonk. There's an electric piano, which is very 80s, by the way. I actually like that. Let's play that. Okay, now I'm gonna do maybe 4 measures of that. I'm gonna do a simple chord progression, B flat, let's see, A flat, B flat, and a C major, okay? Very simple. Let's write that in. I'm gonna hit record. We're gonna hit the track we want it to record on. And hit play to start. And it'll count down. Cheesy, super simple, but again, we're doing a quick loop on this guy. So let's play it back. That's record. Let's play it back. All the sounds of this guy. All right, I'm cheesy. Okay, so we're gonna hit sound. We're gonna go back up to part number 2. You can choose whatever bass line you want to play. I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna use an arpeggio just to make the bass line sound a little bit more complicated. Let's see. I always pick a nice synth bass. Let's see what this sounds like. I like that. All right, I'm gonna add a bass synth. All right, write that in. We're gonna hit record. We're gonna hit the track we wanna record on and hit play. All right. Now, I always throw on some kind of strings, a trumpet. I might as well. Let's see. Go to part 3. We're just going to stick with those strings. Maybe I could find a nice arpeggio to go with it. Let's see. let's just play that. All right, strings, let's do it. Part 3. And I might as well throw a trumpet on the very end. Let's see, sound. We go to part 4. And there's a great brass ensemble that I always use. Oh, maybe I should use a square wave. Oh, that's not bad. And then... Interesting. Yeah, I should just do the trumpet. Let's find that trumpet sound. Synth ensemble. Love that. Okay, brass 1. I'm gonna have to fake it. Okay. That's very video game sounded, by the way. Let's do it. Now, you have to save everything. I always totally biff it when I try to save everything. Let's see if I can do it. Okay. Let's see. We're going to hit disk tune, and you're going to hit the increment decrement button to save as. Let's see. Let's go down here. No, not there. I want to save it as 7, and we're going to give it a name. I don't know. It's an A flat, a B flat, and a C, so I'm just going to put ABC. So you have to, one by one, scroll to the letter that you want to put the name as. So let's see, A, then we have to make a space, B, then make a space, and C. And by the way, and then you have to hit enter, and then you want to save it for sure. And then you're going to hear a funky sound in the disk drive as it's saving this on the disk. Now, there's an easy way to make a loop out of what we're playing. So I could play maybe something on top of that. There is plugs in the back to where you could plug in a guitar, you could plug in a microphone, you could sing along with it, whatever your track is. But again, I am going to make a loop. So what you do, these are your loop markers. So this is marker A, marker B, and repeat. And then of course, that's the button to clear your loop. Basically, A is the beginning of your loop, B is the end of it. You have to put those markers down first, then hit the repeat button, and which tells you this is the area that we want to repeat. So we're going to play, and we're going to hit A at the beginning. All right, we're going to hit repeat and latch it, repeat the 2 little sections that I recorded. It's all it's doing. It's just repeating that sound. So you can basically use this as a looper. You can record whatever you want to, and it will just stream over and over again in that loop. Now, what I love about this guy is you've got an access to so many different sounds. 120 in this one, 300 in the MT300. And the cool thing is you can loop. You can make different sounds, 80 sounds on top of it. You could plug into the guy. You can make it sound any way you want to. You could use sound effects. If you have a MIDI controller with an arpeggiator on it, you can fake your bass lines. Hey, by the way, let's listen to each and every one of those parts alone. That is just my piano. That's the drums, of course. The bass line. Let's listen to it with the... Ooh, I love that. The bass line and some strings. Let's do it with the trumpet. Take out the strings. By the way, very video game sounding, huh? Cheesy as can be, but honestly ridiculously easy to play and record. And by the way, I've played whole albums. I've recorded whole albums on this guy. I've got a stack of little floppy disks that have whole music recorded on them before I even had my loop pedal. So I hope you dug Studio Sundays. Hugs, health, and happiness from Las Vegas. I'm Chris, and I love Keytars.